I carried on to the next sump in upstream Rowten and got 400 feet into there, which was the same distance as Fargot. And then I didn't go till the following year, 74, and finally broke through to this whacking great Aven.
How did it feel when you surface and you find something like the Aquamole Aven, this great Aven in front of you?
Well, you want to tell somebody about it, but there's no one to tell because you're by yourself, aren't you? You think, just Jesus, look at this, and I had quite a good light on, so it went up at least 40 metres, and it looked to be going on further up. But I'm just looking up, and I just think, I was watching these little droplets coming out of the darkness, and they were chasing each other out of the darkness, and you just get mesmerised by this, looking up at this, infinite blackness above you. It almost seems like it's going to going up like a missile silo going up forever, and then you tend to come, because you cave diving speak, you come out and tell Bear about it, and you tend to underplay it. And then when they finally go and see it, they go, Christ, look at that, And
so Aquamole Aven, it's an unusual name. So how do you know how it was named?
Yeah, well, it's my diving partner, Oliver Statham, used to call himself Oliver, what do I care, Statham, and he christened me Geoff Aquamole Yeadon because I'd hit this rich vein of exploration just at that time. So when I took Bear there a couple of trips later to go and have a look at bolting this Aven, and he just turned the corner into that gigantic Aven and said, my God, I said, that's what we're going to call this. And he said, we call it Aquamole Aven after you, mate. I said, you found it.
A trip beginning by descending Aquamole Pot, as it is now named, to exit at Valley Entrance is now a classic through trip for cave divers and is considered to be somewhat of a rite of passage for the new generation of underwater cave explorers. In spite of his underground discoveries in Kingsdale Valley, it was a trip that Geoff Yeadon had never done.
So when's the last time you cave dived?
1997.
However, on Sunday the 6th of August 2023, Geoff, supported by a team of over 20 cavers and cave divers, was persuaded out of retirement to complete for the first time this classic descent and cave dive. This is the story of that day.
And obviously some kind of appeal to draw you back again.
Oh yeah, it's just why not? When all these young guys offer to carry your gear down for you, you can't resist it. I'm only lacking a sedan chair to go down really, and the wheelchair to wheel me out at the end of it all. This is to make these 20-year-old booties easy enough to fit. It's the latest lingerie, is this. This one is a replacement for the one with the same size that I couldn't get into because it shrunk. Roll 3.
on the line now. Yeah.
All right. Cheers then. So when I first dived it, visibility was, you know, this kind of thing, 2 feet, something like that, or maybe a bit less. So I always followed the logic of, right, take your pick, follow the left or the right hand wall. I picked the left hand wall and just stuck to it like glue, never let it out of sight, then you know what's on the left hand side. So when you turn to come out, you follow the right hand wall. And you know, it's a bomb-proof way of keeping alive and making sure you've got a route out. You know, it's a bit of an acquired taste, is cave diving.
As I remember it.
So Frake's Passage, is it, what kind of passage is it?
Oh, it's a half tube, a big arched tunnel, maybe 5 to 10 feet high in places and 20 feet wide, and all gravel on the floor, but fabulous straw stalactites all the way along it.
That's a bit of a walking frame.
Continue the dive from there, you go through another 120 foot sump, the roof lows and lows and lows, you're on hands and knees in the end, and eventually the line just dips you underwater, and the next sump out, it's about 120 foot long, requires a bit of navigation because you've got to move the line from one hand to the other and make sure it doesn't get caught round things, and it's only 120 feet, but I think it's more awkward than the 550 foot sump. These are sort of ideal goals for cavers come divers, is to be able to follow a stream right from the surface up on the moor on the top and come out at the bottom of the hill, having gone right the way through the labyrinth. And it's sort of you know, it's solving an obvious problem that you're doing it with your own body, going through, you know, this jigsaw puzzle, and eventually you get to come out into the air again and the valley and usually the horrible weather.
How was the dive?
Just the same as 50 years ago. Very murky. Just how we like it up north.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you, thanks for all the evil people who put me here. You love it.
Well, it's good to see you again.
Yeah, I'm still here as well.